On NewsVision, one airline with a hub in Miami cancels thousands of flights and caused chaos at airports across the country.
Learn more about what the company says caused the flight delays and cancellations.
Plus, homecoming week is in full swing at the University of Miami.
Stay tuned because later in the show I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Iron Era.
Also, Storm Watch.
And flash flooding's possible this weekend, but nicer weather's ahead. Your full forecast coming up.
And later on, one TikTok trend has left the administration furious.
And I honestly don't even know how the kids are pulling it off.
Learn more about the destructive challenge and what Housing is doing to stop it. These stories and a whole lot more on tonight's show. NewsVision starts right now.
Hello and welcome to NewsVision. I'm Sophia Vitello.
And I'm Liam Fabre. Thank you for joining us.
American airline planes are back in the sky after nearly a week of cancellations and delays across the country, including at one of their hubs, the Miami International Airport.
Our reporter Claire O'Connor is live at Miami International Airport with more. Claire, what is the situation right now?
Hey guys, it's looking a lot calmer today than just a few days ago. Nearly 2,500 American airline flights were canceled, leaving tens of thousands of passengers stranded nationwide. Now the company is pointing to staffing shortages and bad weather. This left passengers angry and in the dark. Stranded passengers and canceled flights. American Airlines is the latest airline company facing staffing issues. On Sunday, October 31st, more than 1,000 American airline flights were canceled nationwide, 20% of all the flights for the day, leaving tens of thousands of passengers stranded around the country. Some faced long delays.
Just noticed this massive line of literally hundreds of people. And when I got to the front of the line, I asked someone, how long have you been waiting? And they said 5 hours. And the person next to them said, we could have flown across the country in the time that we've been waiting in line.
And others were told it could take days to return home.
We got to the airport, we were supposed to fly out Sunday, and then when we got there we saw that it was canceled. So we went to talk to American Airlines, and it was kind of like, it's out of our hands, so we can book you, but it won't be till Wednesday.
American Airlines Chief Operating Officer David Seymour said in a letter to employees, with additional weather throughout the system, our staffing begins to run tight as crew members end up out of their regular flight sequences. Because of the pandemic last year, airlines offered staff buyouts and early retirement packages, and unpaid leave for many of their employees. According to data from the Transportation Department, the airline industry has 7,000 less workers than in 2019. Just 3 weeks ago, Southwest was in the hot seat, with more than 2,000 canceled flights over several days, blaming weather and air traffic control issues. Southwest reported that incident cost them $75 million. And back in August, Spirit Airlines canceled hundreds of flights in just one day. With a growing trend of flight cancellations and delays, many passengers say with the holidays around the corner, they need to assume the worst and plan ahead.
I'm just booking, assuming that the flight is going to be 4 hours delayed to cancel. So I know there are a lot of really frustrated people out there, including me.
But for now, American airline passengers are left in distress.
American's awful. Never flying them again. Do you even know the credit card holder? Yeah. Cancel. And they're not rebooking us, and they're not being helpful. And customer service is zero.
Now we don't know how much money American has lost from all the cancellations and delays, but they have started to resolve some of their staffing issues. On Monday, nearly 1,800 flight attendants for American returned from pandemic leave, and the company says it plans on hiring an additional 4,000 employees by the end of the year. Reporting live outside Miami International Airport for UMTV, I'm Claire O'Connor. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Claire. Nationwide elections this week have resulted in new or re-elected mayors for the cities of Miami, Miami Beach, and Hialeah. Francis Suarez was reelected as mayor of Miami, winning in a landslide against the other 4 candidates. The Miami Beach mayor incumbent Dan Gelber was also reelected. And Steve Bovo was elected the new mayor of Hialeah. In the run for commissioners, Joe Carollo was elected as commissioner of District 3 and Christine King in District 5. Only 18% of eligible voters cast their ballots.
Miami-Dade County Public Schools have loosened their mask mandates. For the first time in 20 months, Miami-Dade officials have given middle and high schoolers the option to come to class without a face mask. Miami-Dade County Public Schools Superintendent Alberto Carvalho delivered the news on Monday, saying the change in mask regulations will be effective immediately. This is the first time Miami-Dade County students can come to school mask-free in over a year and a half. But some students are not ready to go mask off just.
It's going to be a discomfort that takes, I could take off, but for the safety of my family and for the safety of everyone around me, I don't really want to risk that.
Students who want to come to class mask-free will need to get a consent form signed by a parent or guardian. Elementary school students are still required to wear a mask, but this is subject to change if the county's cases continue to decline.
And the lifting of mask mandates in Miami-Dade County comes as the FDA has finally given the green light for children to be vaccinated. Kids ages 5 to 11 are now eligible to get Pfizer's low-dose vaccine. CDC advisors voted unanimously on Tuesday to give parents the option to vaccinate their younger children. Though most children who contract COVID-19 do not have any severe symptoms, they can spread the disease to older family members. President Biden has been preparing for this moment and has already enough doses of the vaccine for all children in America.
Today is a great day for American parents and American families and American children. We've taken a giant step forward to further accelerate our path out of this pandemic.
Places around the country have already started vaccinating children who are at least 5 years old. A vaccine for children younger than 5 is expected to be approved early next year.
And speaking of the well-being of children, parents of students in one Coral Gables school are furious after a long-awaited project to benefit the community has taken a strange turn. I talked to some parents looking for answers. 6 years ago, the city of Coral Gables gave one foundation a valuable plot of land on the corner of Grand Avenue and US 1 for free. The Lola B. Walker Foundation was given the land to support the Bahamian community by building affordable housing. After years of no action, the project completely changed. The city sued the foundation because of the years-long delay and came to a settlement to build a Wawa gas station instead. And they allowed the foundation to build this new concept without any further community input. The problem? The land is less than 300 feet from the George Carver Elementary and Middle School. And now parents of Carver's students are suing the city.
We believe that Coral Gables did not have the right to take away parents' ability to comment or residents being able to comment on the building of a gas station in this location.
The school didn't know, the neighborhood didn't know, the Miami-Dade County School District, who owns the school, didn't know.
Some 1,400 students attend Carver Elementary and Middle School, and many parents say they are worried about their kids' safety.
I don't want to take care of kids who are run over by cars in front of their elementary school trying to safely cross. I don't want to take care of middle schoolers who sneak out and go buy vaping materials and cigarettes, and there's going to be sold beer and alcohol there.
And that's not the only issue with this project. The new project began when one developing company called Redevco joined forces with the Lola B. Walker Foundation, taking control. But Redevco's involvement is what has many confused.
They owe money. Somehow the Lola B. Walker Foundation, the community, owes money to this developer.
The foundation owes Redevco $1.7 million, according to the new mortgage for the land settled.
What is the value of the developer to, what has she done for them for that 1.7? Because you just turn it over to Wawa. They don't need a developer. They developed it themselves, right?
I reached out to the city attorney who approved the project to ask how the Bahamian community is benefiting from this gas station. She responded in writing saying, Wawa will be providing a certain number of jobs to members of that community under the terms required by Miami-Dade County and the lease with the property owner. But there are only 15 jobs that could be offered to members of the community. I also reached out to the foundation but received no answers as to how exactly the community will reap any benefits from the gas station.
We're not suing the Lola B. Walker Foundation frankly, we think the Willoughby Walker Foundation is being taken advantage of.
A project that was originally supposed to bring the community together is tearing it apart. Now, construction of the gas station has continued despite the lawsuit. The case is still ongoing, and we will keep you updated on its progress.
A growing trend of theft and vandalism on the University of Miami campus is so out of hand that the housing department sent an email to all residential students threatening to expel those who are caught breaking the rules. Take a look.
They're called devious licks.
Relax and take notes while I take.
That's what kids are calling the new vandalism trend on TikTok spreading across the country.
We do not have the resources to call each of your parents and tell them what you're doing.
It was only a matter of time before that trend made its way to the University of Miami Coral Gables campus. Reports of vandalism started popping up in the Stanford Hecht freshman dorms, and the school quickly responded, sending out this email to all students living on campus. It reads, "Any student identified as damaging or destroying university property can face immediate and permanent expulsion from on-campus housing." So I sat down with a freshman to find out exactly what's been going on in those dorms.
I definitely know a lot of kids who focus, some stuff that they do on getting on red cup canes. And I've seen the posts where kids, taking pictures, trying to do crazy shit throughout the day and try to get a picture that'll get posted on red cup canes.
So what does housing say about this? I don't know. They don't want to talk to me. I said, you got to give me something. So they gave me this statement, which says vandalism occurred and they're investigating it.
Now, housing says they've ramped up security in response to the recent vandalism, but I've been here reporting on this story all day and I haven't seen any security at all.
Mitch agrees. He says that all this security talk is, well, a lot of talk.
I haven't seen any added security or anything like that, and I honestly don't even know how the kids are pulling it off, honestly, because I don't know how you can walk into the lobby with a full couch and move it up the elevator. Makes no sense to me.
Maybe that's why housing is afraid to speak with me, because they're embarrassed such brazen vandalism and theft is taking place on their watch. Well, since they won't speak to me, I decided to knock on doors.
Hey there, I'm Liam Fabre from UMTV.
I learned more in a few minutes than I did from any written statement.
He was like, the other night I was super drunk and I was just going up. I clicked each floor on the Hecht elevator, went out and was just smashing all the Purell bottles.
Then I got another lead from a student about a secret stash in a bathroom on another floor. I strapped on a hidden camera and decided to investigate. What I found was breathtaking. Possible underage drinking, alleged destruction of property, and possible cases of theft are all suspected crimes I stumbled upon making this story. So far from the school, all we've got is an email. Okay, so the school's not really enforcing their vandalism policy, but remember that we share this place. Come on, why don't we try to keep it nice?
Now, the housing department told me they see no correlation between the vandalism and social media challenges, but on Monday, another video was posted to Instagram of students body slamming a table until it breaks, and that's right outside Stanford Residential College. I mean, this is just getting out of hand. Did you see that video?
I can't stop laughing about the kid who said he was just smashing Purell bottles.
That's literally what's going on. People are smashing stuff, breaking it.
I don't understand.
It's got to stop.
It's kind of funny, though. I mean, I would laugh if I saw that happen. I don't know. We'll take a short break now, but when we return, get your cane spirit on to celebrate homecoming this weekend.
The University of Miami alumni are back on campus, reconnecting with classmates and enjoying family-friendly events this week. We'll tell you what those are when we return.
Here are AARP top tips on caregiver preparedness during coronavirus. Form a team that can help with caregiving tasks. Take an inventory of essential supplies in your loved one's home. Make a list of the care recipient's medications. Schedule regular calls to fight isolation. Finally, take care of yourself too. Follow the Centers for Disease Control's guidelines for coronavirus safety. For more caregiving tips, go to aarp.org/caregiving.
Homecoming is in full swing at UM, and the celebrations have only just begun.
Our reporter Maya Broadwater has more on what happened so far and what we can expect later on in the week. Maya?
After a year of postponement because of the pandemic, it's finally that time of year again at the University of Miami, Homecoming Week. The Hurricanes set forth the week of celebrations with a more than appropriate theme, that being Bring the Beat Back. Let's go Kings! Let's go Kings!
Homecoming Week is the University of Miami's largest celebration of the year. The UM community honors its alma mater with a week of spirited competition, traditions, and philanthropy. Throughout the week, student organizations competed in different events to collect points in hope of becoming the overall winners of Homecoming. This year's theme was Bring the Beat Back, and that is exactly what our Canes did. On Monday, the week of festivities began with the King and Queen pageant. In the end, seniors Ari Mubanda and Corey Jones were crowned Homecoming Queen and King.
I froze, and I was speechless. And as someone who's really talkative, that has never happened to me in my entire life. It's still so surreal. Like, I don't even know if I've 100% processed it all. I'm kind of just all right, you got this crown on your head, you got this sash on, okay.
Tuesday, the Canes showed their pride through an almost century-old tradition, the Spirit Tree.
The Spirit Tree behind me is the only orange tree on campus, and student organizations have been hanging ornaments like this one to show their Cane spirit.
Later on, the Hurricanes helped the hometown by creating care packages for children affected by cancer. And on Wednesday night, 3 student organizations danced in the organized cheer competition. The Association of Commuter Students took home the first place prize, but not without a bit of competition. And earlier today, organizations put on their renditions of the alma mater. Homecoming leaders say the theme this year reignited the essence of what it means to be a Cane.
This theme actually came about when we were thinking about what does it mean when we're transitioning back to an in-person homecoming. And when we were deciding what can connect all of the UM community together, it's bringing this beat that softened but never dulled, bringing it back, amplifying it, and making it exciting for students to kind of be involved, talk about the rhythms that make UM special, and that's kind of where we came up with Bring the Beat Back.
Now, usually tonight, Category 5 would have organized a concert, but because of COVID-19 protocols, that could not happen this year. Still, students and alumni can look forward to the Hurricane Howl tomorrow, which includes a block party, fireworks, the traditional boat burning that symbolizes whether UM will win the homecoming game or not, and the reveal of which student organization won homecoming. And a part of the festivities today, select students and faculty have been chosen to be inducted into the university's highest honor society. For more on that, we go to Blake Atwell, who's live at the Rock. Blake, how have those inductions been going?
Hey guys, and welcome to The Rock. We are live at the Iron Arrow induction ceremony. And the Iron Arrow is the highest honor you can achieve as a student or a faculty member at the University of Miami. Now, this honor society serves the purpose of trying to improve and protect the general welfare of the University of Miami. Earlier today, I had the chance to speak to some members about what it means to be part of this society.
It's actually kind of weird. I don't think of it as it's never something you ever think of. You kind of do what you do because you love the University of Miami and you love what you're doing.
It's great. I mean, it's a great honor. It's an extremely humbling moment for me. It's great to be part of a larger group and be a part of something bigger than myself.
Iron Arrow is something that stays with you for life. Once you're initiated, it's until you die, and you're kind of remembered through even after you die.
Now these jackets the members are wearing, they are very colorful and they have lots of unique and cool designs and patterns on them. They're also rooted in Seminole heritage, so very cool stuff there. You can hear the drum going behind me now. This has been taking place all day. If you're a student at UM or you frequent the campus, you know you heard it today. That's not going away anytime soon. It's going to continue throughout the night. So we're going to cut it for now from The Rock. Reporting live for UMTV, I'm Blake Atwell.
Thanks, Blake. Well, an incoming storm system could bring rain to South Florida tomorrow ahead of the fall front for the weekend.
Now, the important question is, what will the weather be like for the boat burning and fireworks for homecoming tomorrow night? Let's get to the answer from our weather meteorologist, Jackson Dill. Jackson, is there any good news for tomorrow's forecast?
It's looking iffy, guys. I think we are going to see some more on and off showers and storms. So there may be a break in that rain activity just in time for the boat burning fireworks. But right now, we are dry ahead of this incoming storm system, 79 degrees. That has been more humid compared to how we started off the week, although we are going to see a decrease in humidity just in time for the weekend. Temperatures all across South Florida, we're now in the 70s. Marathon's your cool spot at 75, upper 70s across the East Coast, mid 70s on the West Coast. We're seeing a lot more showers on the West Coast. So Fort Myers, you're getting some heavy thunderstorms down toward the area east of Naples. We zoom in here on the Miami Metro. We're pretty dry. We have seen some brief moving pop-up showers, but those are pretty much dissipated. All the activity is mainly over the Everglades. But we are going to see some more activity increase tonight and especially for tomorrow. Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk for severe storms across all of South Florida. What that means is we can see some isolated damaging winds with some of the storms that form tomorrow. So let's time this out for you. We're going to have this low pressure system that's going to form over from the Western Caribbean, and that's going to bring a lot of moisture. So we're going to see look at this, 7 a.m. tomorrow, some heavy showers and storms possible near the East Coast. So as you start your day, have your umbrella with you, your rain jacket, and as we go into the afternoon and evening hours, we're going to see those rounds of heavy showers and thunderstorms. So again, this is 4 p.m., more showers. We go and see that continue into your Friday night. But just in time for the weekend, that cold front's going to come through by Saturday morning. We're going to dry out with a northerly drier wind behind the storm system. So here's where the below average temperatures are right now across the eastern U.S., 10 to 20 degrees below average. This cooler air mass is going to move south and east for the weekend. And look at this northerly wind. A lot of the fronts that we've had so far this season have had an easterly or westerly component to the wind. That's a warmer wind. But this time around, it's going to come from the north, and that's going to be a cooler one for the weekend. So a lot drier. We actually have temperatures in the 50s across central parts of Florida. Tropical Storm Wanda, hurricane season still active. This is in the middle of the Atlantic, not a concern to us here, but it's going to just show how it's been pretty active. We're already at the last storm on the list. So 72 degrees today. We'll see some storms arrive late. For the boat burning fireworks tomorrow, we are going to have that chance for storms on and off. Better chance midday. We could see those storms break up in time for the festivities with temperatures in the mid-70s. So for your 7-day forecast, again, Friday's going to be stormy, but Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Turn your clocks back an hour Sunday morning for daylight saving times ending. And next week is going to be beauty. 60 degrees to wake up Sunday morning with all that sunshine for next week, guys. Temperatures around 80 degrees.
All right, Jackson, I love it when you bring us good news. 60 degrees, I get to put on a sweater. That's exciting.
No. I'm staying home. I do not do cold weather. I'm from Florida.
Oh,
Are you
come on,
kidding me?
we've been doing this hot weather all year. I'm ready for it.
No.
And still ahead on NewsVision.
If the cold weather isn't hot enough for you, then stick around because after the break, we'll tell you about a couple of UM teams that are on fire. All that and more when we come back.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Okay, Simon, what do people wear?
Clothes.
That's right, so it's important to learn how to dress yourself. Here's how it's done. Shirt, underwear, pants, socks, shoes. Underwear, always first, name tag on the back. Then pants and shirt. Go ahead and put this on. Now with the shirt, you want to make sure the first button's right or you have to start all over again, okay? Socks left on left, right on right. Tying the shoes, we're gonna take the laces, we're gonna cross them over, we're gonna turn around where the bunny goes down in the hole, pull it tight, and bunny ears. Got it?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Daryl Barnes, and it was a huge week for UM sports, so let's get right into it. Canes football traveled to the Steel City to take on number 18 Pitt Panthers on Saturday. Let's take a look at the highlights from the big game. We're starting off in the first quarter. Score 7-7. Canes gonna hit Pitt with a little bit of trickery here, and check this out. Tyra Van Dyke, aka TVD, hits Will Mallory for the 37-yard touchdown. Canes up 7, but we don't have time for celebrations because just a few plays later, Jalen Knighton blasts down the middle of the field and gives the Canes a 14-point lead. On to the second half, though, and here comes Pitt. Kenny Pickett rolls out and hits his receiver Jared Wayne for 7 points, but the Panthers aren't done yet. Pickett, another touchdown. He has over 500 passing yards, and we have ourselves a tie game. But TVD throws for his third touchdown of the day, giving the Canes the lead. But late in the fourth, can the defense keep the lead? James Williams says, yes, we can. The true freshman comes up with the game-deciding pick, and the Canes win this one. And believe it or not, they still have a chance to win their division if they win out the rest of the season. And while Canes football may be fighting to keep their ACC hopes alive, Canes volleyball has been at the top of the conference all season long. And freshman outside hitter Payman Yardimchi has been a key player for the Canes all year round. The Turkish native was named the ACC Freshman of the Week. Last week, Yardimchi recorded 22 kills and 11 digs in 2 Canes wins. She's the first Hurricane to win the award since teammate Savannah Vach did it back in September of 2019. Miami will be back in action in Atlanta when they take on Georgia Tech tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And this year's Homecoming King is also a UM cheerleader who is breaking through gender boundaries on and off the mat. UMTV reporter Caroline McDonald has the story.
Corey Jones is one of the 7 male cheerleaders out of the 30 who are currently on the University of Miami cheerleading teams. He says one of the biggest issues he's been dealing with for years is stereotyping.
One main stereotype about the girls are they're all blonde and dumb, and that's obviously not true at all. And then for males, people tend to always tie in sexuality in regards to doing the sport. So I didn't want to be positioned in that whatsoever, especially at a young age as a child who didn't even know how he identifies as. So obviously that was just very damaging.
Stigmas like those made Corey very hesitant to join his high school cheerleading team. And after making the team, he was only the 2nd male cheerleader in his high school's history. He joined the Miami team in 2018 with the determination to break as many cheerleading stereotypes as he can.
College cheerleading especially can be thinking about all about looks, but I just have to remind myself it's not. If it was about looks, the sport wouldn't exist.
That sort of shift and making people feel welcome here is people like Corey being able to say hey, you can open up here, you can be comfortable here, and it's okay.
He allows us all to just feel normal in our own skin. Even if I'm just that feels weird doing that, he's just do it, you'll be fine.
Corey graduates this spring, but hopes that the next generation of UM cheerleaders will continue to stomp out the stereotypes. I'm Caroline McDonald, reporting for UMTV.
And it's time for a break now, but when we come back, we'll introduce you to a true Miami Hurricanes fan who takes it a step further to cheer on her favorite team. Don't go anywhere.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Most Hurricane fans are ride or die for the UM football team, but one alumni goes above and beyond every game to show Hurricane pride. UMTV reporter Anna Kuhn introduces us to the Hurricane superfan.
After a year of watching football games from their couches, Miami Hurricanes fans are once again filling up Hard Rock Stadium, and one UM alum is particularly happy to be back.
Walking down the ramp to the seats and just opening up into Hard Rock, it felt like you were home again.
But she's actually quite far from home. Veterinarian Kim Castro is a UM alumna who lives in Daytona, Florida. For every home game, Kim drives about 500 miles round trip, adding up to about 3,000 miles per season. And she's been making the trip for 15 years.
I would travel to California for it, okay? It's worth every bit of traveling for me.
After graduation, Kim was determined to become the team's #1 fan, but she knew she'd have to do something special in order to stand out. With the help of a friend and former pro wrestler, Kim was transformed into a true Miami character named Hurricane.
I would wrestle I came out with a big cape with spikes on it. And I said, I can do that. I'm going to make this in the Hurricane colors for Kim. Just seeing the final product and seeing how happy she is makes me happy.
And as the costumes evolved, so did the time commitment. These days, Hurricane spends about 2 hours meticulously painting her face for every game. To her, it's time well spent.
My career is not me. The Hurricane, that's me. And I live for this.
But inside the stadium isn't the only place where her fanhood shines. Kim's home and clinic are lined with all kinds of UM swag, including custom shoes, bikes, and even a life-sized Hurricane. She also sports a full back tattoo dedicated to the team. Kim says that becoming Hurricane has truly changed her life.
It molded me into a person, a totally different alter ego that will carry on. And I'm 80 years old. If I can still do it, I'll still be doing it.
Reporting for UMTV, I'm Anna Kuhn.
Well, a heck of a journey there. Thank you, Anna. And that does it for this week's show. Thank you for joining us.
We'll be back at the same time next week with another edition of NewsVision. Until then, have a great night and stay safe.